Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the Geeky Gals, and this is our first podcast of 2015. We are back! We are back! Oh my god, we're back!
You sound crazy. Anyway, hello guys, as she said.
I'm Geeky Gal 1, obviously.
I think they can tell our voices. I think my voice is more deep than yours.
Okay, and that you're Geeky Gal 2.
Yes.
And we are back in 2015. Back to the future. Yes, we are here. Yes, we have been gone for a while, I would say. Not a very long time, but a while. Because, like I've said before, we are very busy with other things in our lives. But we try to come back. We wish that we could come back very consistently, but sometimes some people in the room have things to do.
Excuse me.
And
I'm more busy.
Be quiet, guilty girl.
Guilty girl?
Yeah, that's her name now. Guilty girl, because I did not say any names. But we're back, and that's all that matters.
I'm the only other person in the room.
Anyway, how are you guys? Like, how are you? And how is your 2015 going? We hope you're having a great year so far. We are having a great year so far.
Although I am sick, so sorry if I sound manly. I don't know.
Geeky Gal 2 is sick, so if you hear any coughing or sneezing or other unhumanly noises in the background, it's because she's sick. So yeah, we wanted to talk about Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider
Who
can.
remembers those old Spider-Man cartoons that they would watch when they were like 7? I know I do.
Me. I. Everything me. So
As usual.
Anyway, if you have been under a rock, or if you were just born yesterday or something, you will know that Spider-Man is going to be in the MCU. Freaking finally. After years of wanting and speculating, Spider-Man is coming home. Now, Sony and Marvel, they're working together, and they're going to try to kind of give us a new, fresh take on Spider-Man, and he's going to interact with the Avengers, which is something that I have been praying for ever since it was announced that the Avengers would possibly get made one day. So this is what I wanted. This is my childhood dream. This is everything that I wanted and much more. But I think this all started, it was actually late last year, when that whole Sony hacking came out, and it was revealed that Marvel and Sony had been talking to make a deal about Spider-Man possibly joining with the Avengers and other MCU films for a while, and that kind of fell through. Not necessarily, I don't remember what happened, but it was something big, I guess.
What do you think prompted them to like finally decide to let Marvel in?
Well, they have been having financial problems, I heard. And the last movie, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, it didn't really do that well. In fact, I don't think a Spider-Man movie has done both critically and financially well. It's either been one or both since Spider-Man 3.
I was going to say that because there's like this chart you guys can find online, and it shows a decline in like box office.
Yeah, box office.
All the movies since the first Spider-Man with, you know, our beloved Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. But the last one didn't do too well, and I heard, I don't know how true this is, but I saw something on the internet. I heard that the last movie only made $100 million for the studio. And you might be thinking, well, that's a lot of money. Not really. When you consider how big Spider-Man is, that's not a lot of money for the studio. So,
Not on Avengers level.
yeah, not on Avengers level money.
Not at all.
Or Batman money. So, yeah, the last one didn't do too well. I didn't like the last one. I thought it was possibly the worst one yet. Actually,
Yeah. Let me tell
I'm
you
trying
something.
to figure out which one was worse, Spider-Man 3 or this new
The
one.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is definitely like the worst one. I remember gal number 2 was like, "Oh, you're
No,
probably
I'm
not-"
gal number 1. You're gal number 2.
My bad. I was thinking she was, the lesser one. Anyway,
Wow, this girl here.
whatever. Anyway, she thought I would like it. She's like, "Oh, it may be your type of movie." And once I saw it, I was offended because I hated the movie.
I said that because I don't like to. When I say something about a movie, I don't like to influence somebody else's opinion, because sometimes that can happen to me, where people be hating on a movie and then I can go into the movie theater and I'm just like, I'm not gonna like this film.
With preconceived notions.
Yes, that. So I don't want to be having that rub off on other people.
Well, it didn't, because I hate the movie. It sucked. Sorry if you guys
it wasn't. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good movie. And to be honest, the first 2 Spider-Man movies are GOAT. Like, those are the greatest of all time. Especially Spider-Man 2. I think Spider-Man 2 is my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. Like, it's perfectly done. It balances out his personal life with his stupid Mary Jane relationship, which I think was a low light of that trilogy, and his working relationship at the Daily Bugle and being Spider-Man. It was a perfect balance of a film. It was great. I loved it. Favorite Spider-Man movie of all time.
I liked the Amazing Spider-Man one. I didn't love it, but
I
liked it.
I didn't love it either.
I liked it well enough to go see it. Saw the Amazing Spider-Man.
I think we saw it twice, because
we did see it twice.
I think we saw it one time by ourselves, and then we saw it with
our mom. Did we?
Yeah. 3D.
Oh, yeah,
we saw it in 3D because there was so much hype about it was being filmed in some type of camera.
Which I don't care about.
I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't care.
I liked it. It was okay. It was okay. And after I saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I appreciated it more, I think.
Yeah, but I just feel like these new... I don't know. Like, people can say what they want about the old trilogy, but I am one of those people where I prefer Sam Raimi's trilogy. I can't even talk right now because I'm so excited. I prefer Sam Raimi's trilogy to the newer films. And a lot of people, they like to bash that trilogy, and they like to say, oh, Tobey Maguire sucked.
Oh, Tobey was pudgy.
Oh, he was fat. Oh, what's her name? Kristen Dunst or whatever. She was a horrible actress, which was true. I still don't like her portrayal of Mary Jane.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like her face.
Go get him, Tiger. You don't like her face.
I don't like it. I don't like it. But I feel like overall those movies were better. They were handled better. You can say what you want about Spider-Man 3, but
yeah,
it was okay. It wasn't the best movie ever made, but it was okay. It was okay. It was obviously the weakest one in the entire trilogy. So there's that. So I was reading articles about this whole thing, and some of the points that I wrote down I wanted to discuss. Well, I should say we wanted to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
So they were talking about how they wanted Spider-Man to be back in high school. How do you feel about that?
I don't want him back in high school.
Well, he's gonna be. So what are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna go to Kevin Feige and complain.
Are you gonna go complain to Amy Pascal?
Anyway, I don't want him back in high school. My God, I don't want it to keep like being overdone. High school. But he needs to be. I think because of the way that they are going direction. I think he needs to be young.
He needs to be young.
But getting out of high school, that's 18. He'll be 18. I'll be fine.
I guess. All I know is that I read that he's gonna be in high school, and the movie will come out in 2017.
Also, about Spider-Man 3 and the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I felt like it was too much stuff going on with the plot.
Oh yes,
that's what made it not a great movie.
It was so unbalanced and
too much stuff going on.
Yeah, it was.
Dane DeHaan literally became a goblin.
Yeah, he looked like one. Here's another question: whose goblin do you think was better? Because I maintain, I'm not talking about James Franco. I'm talking about what's his name again?
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe versus Dane DeHaan. Whose Goblin was better?
We'll meet again, Spider-Man. William Dafoe.
William Dafoe. Listen, this is because people like to shit on the old movies, like I had already said. But I felt like William Dafoe's was better. Not only is William Dafoe, he stole that movie in my opinion. He was the best actor in that movie. But
what about Ant-Man?
He had more. He had more time to develop. His character had way more time. With this movie,
it's like they introduce her and then he becomes. It's like
it's like it was no build up. Like in the first movie, there was a lot of build up. Like it was handled better in my opinion. So like I said, the new movie's coming in 2017. Marvel had to push back their other movies, and it's like people complaining. I mean, maybe it's just me, but maybe it's because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. But you got people complaining that they're pushing back Thor Ragnarok. I mean, this is no offense to Thor fans.
I like things to be on schedule and as they are originally planned.
But this is no offense to Thor fans. But the Thor movies are not particularly... Why are you looking at me like that? They're not really the critical darling of the MCU.
They're not, but
like a lot of people consider the Thor movies to be the weakest.
I think they are
critically. So it's like, okay, like
the first Thor though was really good. That's
yeah, I actually enjoy the Thor films because I like how everything is connected. But let's not kid ourselves. Stop being fake mad.
So what's fake mad? So what's the strongest critical darling quotation marks
in the MCU?
In the MCU, Avengers.
Well, first the Avengers movie, like that takes all the cake. It's Avengers, but that might change because Avengers: Age of Ultron is coming. It's coming, and it's going to empty my wallets. Marvel's gonna get my coins again. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Or Civil War, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But you keep making me forget what I was going to say.
That's not
you
true.
keep interrupting me.
That's not true.
So yeah, like I was saying, people are mad about Black Panther being pushed back, which actually you shouldn't be because Black Panther actually has a better release date this time going. I believe that the Justice League Part 1 was supposed to be coming out. So very closely the time frame, so it has a better release date. So calm down, okay? We're gonna get Black Panther. We're gonna get him. T'Challa is coming, okay? Okay. So obviously now that there's gonna be a new Spider-Man movie, there's going to be a new Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is out.
Smooth introduction into your next point.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield is out. So it's out with the old, literally, and in with the new. And people are just so mad. Oh, Andrew Garfield is getting kicked out. Oh, Marvel, how dare you?
All my friends, they prefer Andrew to like anyone
whatever.
Else. I don't know
Tobey Maguire slayed, and I don't care what anybody says.
It's just because when I grew up on a trilogy, I like it more.
That's not even why.
No, it's overall
it was better. It was better, and nobody's gonna tell me anything different. And let me tell you this.
She's one of those.
Listen, I thought Andrew Garfield played a great Spider-Man. But as far as Peter Parker, I just could not get into him. And while Tobey Maguire really did cry a lot in the older trilogy, I felt more related to Tobey Maguire. But then again, that's not Tobey Maguire's fault.
Did cry a lot.
Well, he did whine. He whined a lot. Let's be honest. And there were elements where it's funny because
just thinking of all those memes of his face.
Yeah, both the new and old trilogy. Like, there was elements where both franchises kind of missed the mark with something that the other movie had. Sorry about that, guys. We were rudely interrupted by something. But
creature.
What we were talking about, as we were saying, out with the old, in with the new. Like I said, both franchises, even though it's the same franchise, but both sets of trilogies or whatever. They both had things that were missing from the other movie. Like in the first Spider-Man franchise, they didn't really touch on Peter's. He was really smart. I mean, they kind of did, but in the Amazing That's Spider-Man, true. They showed how like he was really smart and he was a geek and a nerd or whatever. They didn't really do that in the first couple movies, but who cares? Those movies were still better.
They did focus on Uncle Ben.
I love the way Uncle Ben was handled more in those first movies. So now that Andrew Garfield is out, which people are just crying over. First of all, Andrew Garfield is too old. I'm sorry. He's too old. I made a big deal about this when he was first cast. I said that they needed to go with someone who was younger than Andrew Garfield at the time. Because Andrew Garfield was born in 1982. So he would... How old is he now?
If you were born in 80 or 35.
So he's 33? He's going to be 33 years old, I think. I believe.
Wow.
Listen, we're not here to do math problems, but whatever. He's too old. Sorry. So they're going to have to cast someone who is younger. So the two names that I keep hearing, because they're going to go with Peter Parker. I know a lot of people want Miles Morales. I don't want Miles Morales. And then no, I'm not racist. I'm actually a person of color. But I don't want Miles Morales. So I don't want to hear that. Actually,
I don't want to hear that.
They're actually going to probably go with either Logan Lerman or Dylan O'Brien. I personally want Logan Lerman. Logan Lerman, I think me and him are like the same age.
He's too old then.
Actually, he's not. This would probably be...
It was
how old was Toby when he was first cast?
It was the shade.
Was he like 28? I don't know. This would probably be the youngest age if they are going to cast him. Probably the youngest that they've ever cast Spider-Man. Who do you want?
Lerman and O'Brien, they look similar.
But I think Lerman actually fits.
Yeah.
And when I look at O'Brien, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, he's giving me... I don't know what it is about his face, but he gives me Cara Delevingne tease. Like, just look at his face. He does look like her a little bit. Now, look at Lerman. And he looks more... Like, I can see...
Yeah.
So, you prefer Lerman?
Yeah, I guess so then.
Okay, why are you laughing?
Because it's just like, what?
Yes, I would love it if...
How old is this child?
Yeah, how old is O'Brien?
Not him.
How old? Yeah, how old is Lerman? I'm telling you, we're around the same age.
It says Lerman was born in 92.
So we're not around the same age. So he's like 23.
23.
Yeah, and how old is O'Brien?
23. Almost 24. Soon.
So are they the same? Well, they're like a year apart. Whatever. They're both pretty good actors. I've seen them in other things. I think Lerman was just in Fury with Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf. I didn't see that movie, but I heard he was really good in it.
Oh, so. O'Brien is in Teen Wolf.
Oh, yeah. That show's not canceled yet? Let me stop. For Teen Wolf fans,
been saying the same thing about Vampire Diaries.
MTV is the new CW. So a lot of people also, like I mentioned, they want Miles Morales. Yes, Miles Morales is the half African American, half Puerto Rican, right? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
You're just like half Puerto Rican, right?
I didn't want to say black. Because
you can say black. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Puerto Ricans can be black.
No, no, you don't get what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. He's half Puerto Rican,
half Hispanic.
Yes, half Hispanic, half African American. And he's really cool. I like Miles Morales, but I don't want to see him on my screen. I'm sorry. I don't care. I am a Peter Parker stan. Peter Parker is what I grew up with. And anyway, it's probably too early for Miles Morales to show up anyway. So I'm sorry. I'm a person of color, but I don't want him. Now, it would probably be groundbreaking, and we would see the fuss on the internet. No doubt about that. Like, it would cause some stir. But I don't know. What do you think
about Miles Morales?
Yeah, like, would you want them to do Miles Morales, which I don't think they're gonna do?
I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind?
I wouldn't mind. I honestly wouldn't mind.
I don't know, man. A lot of people, they also wanted, if they were going to do Miles Morales, they wanted Donald Glover. Childish Gambino.
That name always gets me.
He's a rapper, too. I've heard one of his songs. I was like, yes, this is it, Childish. Slay me with your bars.
Childish.
Childish Gambino. And the guy from How to Get Away with Murder, I don't know how to say his name. Enoch.
Dean Thomas, basically.
Yeah,
Dean Thomas from Harry Potter.
And How to Get Away with Murder. Now, and to be honest with you, he looks young. He looks young and old sometimes. But he looks young. And he would make a great Miles Morales. I think he's Brazilian and white in real life. His mom is Brazilian. His dad was a doctor on Doctor Who.
Was a doctor?
Yeah, was a doctor. He was the doctor.
He's 6'3".
Who? Oh, he is tall.
Dean Thomas.
Alfred Enoch.
No, even don't. Don't even try to attempt and butcher his name.
Enoch. Who cares about his background? We're trying to talk about Spiderman. Like, why am I trying to go into this guy's personal life?
No, because it went from, I don't know how to pronounce his name, to Dean Thomas. Okay, Dean Thomas, yes.
Yeah, so a lot of people assume... let me just be quiet and let me just stick to the thing. Because I was about to say something else about him, but who cares?
Long neck.
He does have a long neck. I used to... let me just be quiet. So they wanted Donald Glover or Harry Potter kid to play Miles Morales. And I am saying no. You know what? I heard something about Jaden Smith. They wanted Jaden Smith. Let me tell you. No. No. Because you know why I don't want Jaden Smith? Because Will Smith will try to be in the movie. Okay? And I saw After Earth. And I was annoyed. So no. So no to Childish Gambino and no to the Harry Potter kid. I don't want them. Even though I like Childish Gambino, I like his music. He's a great rapper.
That name just throws me off.
There was something on Twitter that was trending called He's Grown Bino. I was like, what is this? But anyway.
So Childish Gambino sounds like baby talk.
It sounds like a baby food. Yeah. Let me tell you what his name sounds like. It sounds like a baby food that was first introduced by Gerber. But it was a solid food, not a mushy. Anyway, that has nothing to do with... I don't know what I'm saying. So, what movie do you think Spider-Man is going to show up in?
Obviously.
In the MCU, like, what movie do you think he's first going to show up in?
Obviously, Age of Ultron. Just kidding.
Because they said
that would be a plot twist.
They said that he's going to show up in a movie before he gets his own movie in 2017.
Yep. Obviously Civil War.
Yeah. Or what they could do is, yeah, he's going to show up in Civil War. But wouldn't it be amazing if we're watching Avengers 2 and he just swings by and we're just sitting there and we're just like, oh my God, as if Josh Whedon did not already snatch our edges with Avengers 2 like he's going to do. He's going to snatch our wigs. Gonna snatch them.
Great.
And he's gonna
terminology.
Make us... Well, I've been on the internet too much.
I can tell. Uncultured. Anyway,
if he swung by, let's say he gropes Black Widow.
What? Are you on drugs?
No, I am a very crazy person. He gropes her real quick and then he swings by. The crowd will go nuts. What in the crowd?
I don't think groping her is inappropriate.
Okay. If he gropes Tony. I'm sorry, my Tumblr mindset is coming through.
I ship pepperoni.
But look, to be honest, like, if he was to somehow show up in Avengers 2, I think the crowd would go crazy. Remember now, Marvel likes to have 2 post-credit scenes now in their movies. So, one will probably be something meaningful that will tie in to the movie itself and the whole universe, and then one will probably be a joke, like the shawarma thing. So
that's true.
I think he's going to show up in Civil War. I know a lot of people are not, they don't really think that's going to happen, but I think it is, because if you remember about the leaks last year that came out, it was confirmed that Marvel had 2 scripts for Civil War, one with Spider-Man and one without. The one without Spider-Man they were going to try to go ahead on and do if they could not get him, but now that they have him, I'm guessing they're going to go with the script that has him. And I know a lot of people say, how are they going to cast so and so? I think Civil War starts in about 2 months, starts the film. So they're like, oh my god, you got to do this fast, you got to do this really fast. Whatever, just do it, I don't care, and make it good. Whatever you got to do, I don't care. So what do you think about that?
I just I don't want Spider-Man to become like this thing that's overdone in Hollywood,
like Batman and Superman,
like you keep forcing on me. Yes, like Batman and Superman.
Well, here's the thing, I
want to see something different.
That's what I think they're going to
something new. I don't want it to be the same old thing. Like I know it's not going to be an origin story, right?
No, but it might be like they might do what they did with Spider-Man, what they did with the Hulk.
Oh yeah,
that was a nice little soft reboot. Sorry, that sounds like porn. That was a soft reboot.
I like it. Yeah, that'll be fine. I don't want it to become something overdone, overrated.
But here's the thing.
Overexposed.
If I maintain that if you make a movie great, and if it doesn't matter how many movies there are, I feel like, yeah, there's going to be some people that are going to complain, but I feel like if you make a movie great, people will go see it. I'm pretty sure you had people complaining about there were too many Batman movies, but when Christopher Nolan came down from the heavens and took over Batman, did he not make Batman relevant again? Because honestly, Batman has always been relevant, but when we got to The Dark Knight, we forgot. I know I did. I forgot about all those other shitty Batman movies, and I was a full stan again. I was like, yes, I was watching The Dark Knight, and I was crying because it was so damn good.
No, we're watching it in the motorcycle scene. You're like, oh my god, Batman.
I am Batman. Yes. So, if it's done right, if it even recaptures, if those movies are as good or better than the first 2 Spider-Man movies, hold on, we're going home. Just hold on.
I knew you were gonna start singing.
Going home. Just hold on, we're going home. Go home. I deserve a Grammy. No? Okay.
No.
Sorry. But you can get off the internet now.
Very funny.
So I'm just really excited. I'm really excited what this means. Also, Spider-Man, now that this whole joint deal has been made between these stew. What am I saying? Maybe I want stew. Maybe I'm hungry. Between these 2 studios, I think that characters from Marvel are going to show up in future Spider-Man movies. Like, you could see possibly Robert Downey Jr. pop up in the next Spider-Man movie.
Get his $75 million.
Hey, I'm not mad at him. Go get your coins. Go get it. If I had a chance to make $75 million, are you kidding me? I can't even make $75, let alone 75 cents.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay, read something about the Amazing Spider-Man. Well, the Sinister
6. Yeah, because I heard they're still going to go ahead on with that. Which, actually, to be honest with you, Sinister 6 is not a bad idea.
It's not.
But you have to make sure you execute it well.
Execute it.
Obviously.
Execute Game of Thrones style. But I feel like,
or Tyrese style.
Can you stop?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is not the Walking Dead podcast?
No.
It's not. Go where you saying. Stop saying
I'm just trying to get my thoughts together and see how it's going to work. Because they said it's not going to have, like, any correlation or relation, I should say, to Rise of Electro, as it is known as in other countries.
I think in Australia it was known as that.
Rise of Electro. I can't get over that.
Yeah, but like I said, just do a soft reboot. Like, you don't have to do a reboot where he's bitten by the spider. Like, we don't care.
We already know.
I saw exactly what you just did. Because you saw me looking at it and you didn't want me to record the password in my brain. I'm sorry. Sorry about the side conversation. I'm sorry.
She's going off topic.
What were you saying
she's
again?
Crazy.
What were you saying?
Okay, who is going to be in a Sinister 6?
What do you mean who is going to be?
Like, the actors.
We don't know yet. Because the movie is still in development. They have not made it. I don't even know. Some people don't even think it's going to get made still.
Wouldn't that be tragic?
I think, like, this is why this is so exciting to me, because Spider-Man gets to be in the MCU, but you can also use characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, can you imagine the Hulk being with Spider-Man? Can you just imagine that? Like, yes, remember in the comics? Oh my god. I want to see Spider-Man hanging from Hulk's arm. I want to see those two go at it, and Spider-Man just talking absolute shit to the Hulk.
And to Tony.
Yeah. Like, that'd be so amazing.
I can imagine, like, Captain America, like, preaching to him. Son,
just don't. This is why this is so exciting to me. Like, everybody's so excited about this. Like, watch the next Spider-Man movie, make $1 billion. No?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
2017.
Do you think the time of Spider-Man has passed?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Spider-Man will always be relevant.
You don't think so?
I'm pretty sure people said it about Superman and Batman movies. Because there have been a lot of those. But who cares?
I'm just looking at box office tracking.
When you do... And it was like that for the Batman movies. In the 90s. And they were terrible.
Oh, the 90s.
And then, like I told you, Christopher Nolan descended from the heavens. And he made the best Batman movies ever made. Well, to me, of course. I know a lot of people still like Michael Keaton's version, but whatever. I just love it.
Dark Knight was really, really good, though.
Dark Knight is the best movie. It's amazing. So yeah, is this the end?
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we practically covered it. You know, Marvel kind of sold their soul to get him. So he's not officially theirs, but they're sharing him, which I think is really smart by Sony, because to be honest with you, if I'm Sony, I'm like, wait a minute, you gave up this character, now you want us to give him back? No, we're gonna share. It's all about the money.
That's true.
Sony wants their money. They want to make some money. How much you want to bet that this deal included... Here's a fascinating thing. Well, it's not really fascinating, but here's something. Disney owns Spider-Man toy rights. All the merchandising, Disney owns that. How much you want to bet that Sony said, if you want us to let you use them, you're going to have to give us a percentage of that? They had to give a percentage.
And maybe they didn't do that. No,
I guarantee you that they did. Because Sony used to have those rights, and then they had to give it up. And Marvel was able to get back those rights. Spider-Man makes more money than Batman and any other superhero combined. Like, did you see how much he brought in on toys and merchandise alone? He made so much freaking money. More money than the movie. More money than the movie.
That's true.
So, I guarantee you Sony said we want some of that. I don't know if they split it, which I don't think they did.
I don't think they split it 50-50.
But they probably what they probably did was they probably got like a
15-20%.
Those merchandising rights are huge. Huge, I tell you.
That's good though. I'm glad he's back where he belongs.
Yeah, he's
for now.
It's like they're sharing custody, like both of his parents. One is the real parent, one is the biological parent. Wait, that doesn't make any sense what I just said. One is the biological parent, one is the step parent.
Are they both parents and one is the
No, they can't be. How can they both be parents when Spider-Man already had a parent? And
it can be that Spider-Man, that they're both his parents, but one gave him up and now wants him back.
Adoption. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad.
Tackling real world issues right here
with a mixture of silliness and buffoonery. That's what we're serving you today. So I'm excited. I know people, there's always going to be those people that got something to say and complain, but I'm really excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see Spider-Man popping up in Civil War, talking to the Hulk. Wait, is the Hulk going to be in Civil War?
I don't know.
I know Black Widow's going to be back.
Obviously, you have to have Natasha.
Listen, Hawkeye better be in Civil War. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not even the biggest Hawkeye fan. But
I love Hawkeye in the cartoons.
But, yeah, I think he's better in the comics and the cartoons. But it's not fair to have Jeremy Renner wasted like that. It's not fair. It's not fair.
No strings on me. I know.
So yeah, I'm really excited. Hope you guys are excited too. Leave us comments, questions. Tell us if you hate us. Tell us if you think we're dull and boring. Tell us if you think we're the best podcast you've ever listened to, because that would help more if you were to do that. Do it now.
She's glaring at the screen right now.
She?
Yeah.
I'm not a she.
Come on.
I'm a he.
Whatever.
Geeky boy too.
Are you He-Man?
No, I'm She-Man. Actually, I'm a girl, obviously. Well, actually, I'm a woman. Because I'm over the age of 18.
Ooh.
Ooh, how old are you?
Shut up.
So, see you guys. We're going to do a Walking Dead podcast. We're going to review the last episode and what it meant, and
and what it meant. So look out for that. We'll try to post, regularly. Of course.
We keep saying that, I know it's not working.
It's gonna happen soon. Okay, see you guys next podcast.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.